I'm going to introduce you to the uWatch from UleFone. It's a budget watch. It really is budget. It's only £14. But for that money, you get a digital watch, which alone could be worth the money. I last charged it 2 days ago, so it's been on for 2.5 days so far. Only gone down half the battery, but that might be because I hadn't paired it to my phone for lots of the time. If you pair it to your phone, battery lasts under a day, but that's simply standard. You can see there are two different watch faces. I accidentally switched to the other one. Yeah. Another slight flaw with this is sometimes you swipe and it thinks you tapped, which as you're going through can get a bit annoying, but it works smoothly enough. You put very light pressure on and it works. You put heavier pressure on, it's still working now, but you see sometimes you accidentally tap things. So first thing worth pointing out, dialer. Now I might want to pair it to my phone for this, so bear with me. My device. See, I've paired it to a tablet and to the phone. It can work with multiple devices. It does disconnect from my phone after a few hours. I don't know exactly how long, but that gets a bit annoying. See, you can sync it with the phone, the time and date as soon as. And you get a ton of notifications when you pair it. But now, if you want to go to the first screen dialer, you can dial out on it. You see, it's pretty accurate, the screen. It is a cheap screen, but you can dial easily. The call quality, though, does sound a bit like an old-fashioned walkie-talkie or radio. It's not good at all. And I can't imagine you'd want to actually hold it up to your ear and make a call. You'd look a bit like an idiot doing that, but some people might. Messaging, I'll just show you it's got it. When it loads, there you go. And phone book, I already connected it as you saw, but yeah, it might have to wait a bit longer. We've got call logs, power save, which I've got on, which might be why it disconnects after a few hours from my phone. QR code, basically if you want to install the app on your phone, you just scan that QR code, it takes you to the official site to download BT Notifier, which is the phone companion app. And in fact, there's a notifier, and you can go for all your notifications on it. Like you saw, I got a ton when I connected it. Capture. Capture. So I'm not going to tap that because I think that's what made the recording fail. When you tap capture, it remotely takes a picture from your phone. Anti-lost. Anti-lost. This might be the one that stopped the recording. If you get anti-lost and tap looking phone, it's going to make your phone ring so long as it's not on silent. Mine is right now, so if you tap looking phone, nothing's going to happen if your phone's on silent. You can't find your phone. And anti-lost, I'm not sure what anti-lost is. I've never actually figured that one out. I think that's for your smartwatch. Settings. So, settings. You can choose time and date, but it gets them from the phone automatically. Language. You've got most of the common ones here. English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. You can see the touchscreen's pretty annoying sometimes. German, Russian, and I think Mandarin. You can choose a standby time, which it currently is off for me, but it does still go on standby about 45 seconds a minute. Wallpaper. You've seen I've got no wallpaper right now, but if I wanted one, I'd just go here. Currently, image 1 is no wallpaper, it's black. Image 2 you can really barely see, it's some blue image with some lines. Image 3 is a purple water droplet. There you go. I personally think it looks best without. If you go back, you will see again what it looks like without. I don't think it looks bad. If they've got wallpaper to just make it look a bit more cluttered. I like the open look. Next. Oh, I forgot to say time and date. You can set your home city, you can set the format, you can do all fancy stuff. Or you can manually sync with your phone here. Whoops. Oh, wait. And then you've got unlocking type. You can choose which clock's displayed by default. It's gone to analog. I don't know why. It is currently digital, the default. Whenever I turn it on, it's a digital one. So there you go. Motion sensor. Well, this one hasn't done anything to my knowledge, but you see, you can flip to mute incoming calls. I guess you just do that. You can flip to mute alarms similarly. MISC settings now. Backlight, you can choose the brightness. Mine's minimum. So you can it's only got 5 increments. Maximum. Oh, I'll have to keep putting out. Actually, you can't really tell the difference too much. You can also change the backlight time, which is currently 55 seconds. I think this works like a standby time as well. Time vibrator. This one is on by default, and I didn't know what it was for a while. But basically, every hour your watch will vibrate. Why? I don't know, but Some people might want that. Security settings, phone security, phone lock. I don't know, input phone what? It's not really telling me. And I don't know what it does. You can also change your password, but this doesn't even have a password, this watch. You can restore factory settings as well. Calendar. Now, this is the most useless calendar I think I've seen from a device. It does show you the date. It shows you the week number. I guess week number could be useful. Maybe. But it doesn't actually sync with your phone. So if you've got an appointment, say on the 10th, you tap the 10th, nothing. Well, when you tap the 10th, the date comes up, obscured by your finger because you're tapping the date, so that's a pretty useless feature again. At least it lets you see next month. Does it? There you go. Next month, what the 22nd is. It's a Thursday. So it lets you see that at least. It's like a static calendar. It's just as good as if you printed one off. Alarm. These do work well. You've got different alarm tones as well, which, when I didn't know the recording had broken, I did play a few of the tunes, but they're nothing special. Just imagine the ringtone on your old Nokia, but a bit worse. You can choose repeat for the alarm. Scroll down, please. Scroll down. So choose ringtone 2, for example. Does it play anything? I don't think so. Oh, it almost did. Well, there you go. Nice little MIDI tunes, I think. Is it going to play this one? Sounds like you're entering the gates of hell there. Moving on, you've got alert type. Come on. You can choose vibrate, ring. So currently that tone wouldn't have done anything, it would have just vibrated anyway. You can choose quite a few alarms to this watch's credit, up to 5 I think. Yep, 5. Moving on, calculator. I want to remember what 5 times 5 is because I've forgotten, so I do 5 times 5 equals 25. Thank you. It doesn't have the more advanced features, but you don't really want to be doing algebra on your watch anyway, or sine, cosine, tan, all those. It's just the basics. Stopwatch. This does work. Start. You can see the milliseconds don't go up smoothly, but when you stop it, it does stop almost when you press stop. Maybe a couple of milliseconds lag. The reset button does work. The altimeter. This one's a bit of a joke. It said 37 earlier when I was doing the last version of this video. Now it's apparently going up. I've not moved. I don't think the building I'm in is growing. This is one of the things I think they didn't implement the hardware for in the watch. So they've just done a random number thing to make it keep go up. But it's going up and up. I'm almost going to reach sea level at this rate. Moving on. We have sleep monitor. This is also a joke, this one. So how does it know your sleep is good? You haven't moved. You could be dead for all it knows. See, wrist is perfectly still and it's good. Move one bit. Poor. Does it change back? Well, I've been sad enough to sit here for several minutes and no, it didn't change back. So as far as I know, it thinks your sleep's good if you don't move at all. Not really much point in that. Sedentary. This one does work. It's an alarm that tells you if you've been sitting down for, say, half an hour, it's going to beep and remind you you need to get up and walk around and stop being lazy. But that one might not be able to tell if you're sitting down because even when you're just sitting on the carpet, it went off. So it thinks if you haven't moved for half an hour. In which case it might think you're dead as well, who knows. Pedometer. This one isn't the most accurate. Hopefully it's not going to show anything while I'm sitting here. Good. But also it doesn't really show anything if you walk. I'm going to get up, walk a few steps. How many steps have I done? 0. Very good. I just walked for ages and eventually it doesn't really know anything. I think it's got all the code there, just doesn't have a sensor there. But anyway, I did try it before, a few days ago. I walked around a lot, and it started registering after about a minute of walking. So, I don't know, maybe the sensor is there and it's faulty. Who knows? Barometer. The temperature seems to be always around 29.5, even though it's about 25 in this room, because I've got a server in here you can probably hear and it makes it hot. But this temperature doesn't really change much, ever. And the air pressure, that only ever changes by 0.02 roughly, like you just saw. Never change significantly no matter where I go, so I don't know if that works either. Bluetooth, you can turn Bluetooth off, just have this as a static watch where you just got the time. Or if you want... No, I want the other one. No. See, the touchscreen's a bit annoying. You can turn visibility off and have the Bluetooth power on. I guess as if it's already synced with a phone, or paired, as the official word is. Then you can stop other phones finding it. My device, you can choose which one you connect it to. Can it connect it to my UleFone Future? Can it connect to my Cube tablet? Can it connect to another device? So you can have several phones paired to it at once. You can also choose the name of the watch, which is currently UleFone uWear. It could be changed to something like my screen doesn't work, but the touchscreen's behaving again, unlike the media player. Now this did work in the past. Oh, and look, the watch has just restarted. I think I crashed it. Well, I did crash it. So, going back to audio player, will it work? It's connected. No. Oh, it is connected. Yeah, sync the date again. No, please connect. Connection failed. Well, there you go. The media player doesn't work now. It used to work. Maybe it's because I'm recording a video, it can't access music? I don't know. Profiles. If you remember your old Nokia had these profiles with these exact names, in fact. Yep, you've got them here as well. So you can change what ringtone it is on what profile. Let's go back, actually. Hello type ring only, ring type repeat. Ringtone. Yeah, it does have ringtones. No, I wanted ringtone. Ring 1. Let's hear what ring 1 sounds like. Well, there you go. It's a pretty standard ringer. And there you have it. The UleFone uWatch. It is definitely budget. Or uWear, rather. I've been calling it wrong this whole video, probably. It is a budget watch. But hey, it works. It looks a bit like an Apple Watch, which doesn't bother me. I don't even like the Apple Watch. 316L stainless steel, sapphire, crystal, ceramic back, serial, and there's a serial number. Watch? Yeah, well, I hope it's a watch. 42mm case. And the size of it. The one good thing about, well, a few good things, it's £14 for a digital watch. The strap's actually really nice and really comfortable and well made, so well done to them for that. And it's a watch. So, you know, if you just want even this, even just for this basic feature, that you can get the time from your phone and display it, I'd say it's worth £14. Probably not much more, it's worth that. Box is nice too. Instruction manual less so. The whole machine institutions to introduce, well, that bodes well for the manual. Tells you how to turn it on, tells it that the same button as the back button. Volume key, click to pop up volume adjustable interface. It's only got one button, because that's actually the flap for the charging cable to go into. A flap you need really long nails to get open, incidentally. USB port, yeah, battery charging. Speaker doesn't keep out the hole while charging. Well, I hope it wouldn't. Reset hole. I don't actually know. I see one of these little notches here is a reset hole. When the watch is abnormal, introduce the main menu. There you go, and the menu will come to the rescue. Camera, press this function. Watch will appear the reminding, please install smartwatch in smartphone before using this function. Cell phone must install smartwatch APK. Yeah, that makes sense. Basically, you need to have BT Notifier installed if you want to take camera pictures remotely. Notifier can receive the Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Gmail, web chat. Well, the thing I actually didn't show you about the notifications is when you get the notification, it just tells you you have an email from whoever. You can't read the email. If you get text in, yeah, you can read the text. You can't reply to the text. The only thing you can do is call the person who texted you. And another thing worth noting on that is if you install it on your phone by default, without tweaking any settings, it will hijack every single call you get. Your phone will ring, your watch will ring. You answer your phone, you'll hear a voice from your wrist. So you might want to disable letting your watch handle calls. There's no way I can find an Android to make it so you can use the watch to dial out, but you don't use the watch to answer. It seems to be either the watch does everything or the watch does nothing, which might defeat the point for you of having the watch if you wanted to do stuff along with your phone. What else is in the box? This is where the cable was. So, big box, but no plug in it, just the cable. And a little fancy bit of foam. That's actually... no, the foam will come out. And the watch was attached to this. Cable itself is tiny. I mean, it's only a few centimeters long. I'm not sure how useful that is for you. You might want to use your own, but it is a standard USB cable. You can use your phone's existing charger for that. Moving on then.